due to better records usually. And when you get a top 10 prospect, teams just do not give it up. Now, I know some good prospects were traded, top 100 dead prospects, but in the last few years, the only one who was probably in that top 10 category was Addison Russell, traded from Oakland to Chicago, and they got two pitchers back, Samardzija and Hamill, and Samardzija had 2 years to go before free agency, and Billy Beane is a guy who's a particular gambler and willing to do all sorts of different things, as we've seen, and it's certainly paid off for him generally, but teams did not do that, and to me, if I was the Dodgers, I probably would consider trading on their side. They have two really top prospects, Corey Seager and Julio Urias. I might have considered that too. You have a Price or somebody like that. You already have Greinke and Kershaw. You're basically telling everybody, you got little chance we're going to win the World Series. I don't think the Yankees were in that spot, so I wasn't shocked that the Yankees didn't give up Severino.
John Heyman joins us talking Blue Jays baseball and the AL East specifically. Your article, Inside Baseball, how the Blue Jays pulled out the best ever deadline double, is now online at cdsports.com. And interesting, too, to learn through you as well that Reyes has cleared waivers and the Yankees are kind of poking around. Is that what I understand?
Well, he did clear waivers, and that just means that he's not worth his contract. Not a shock there.
Whoa.
Really? But you guys probably knew that. It was backloaded.
I'm shocked.
Backloaded deal too. I mean, it wasn't just $106 million for 6 years, which is probably $17 million a year, something like that. He's not going to contract over 20.
So how's a guy like Jose Reyes, who started his career with the Florida Marlins, gets traded on that big deal to Toronto, had a really good run with Toronto, and he gets dealt to Colorado for Tuminski, for Hawkins, and now he gets clear waivers. Like, what? He's not good for that team? He's not good for the Colorado Rockies? But I don't see him. I do see him go to a team that can really use him. Really use it. Like, say, like a New York Yankees or a Boston Red Sox and all that. But when I first heard that Jose Reyes cleared waivers, this time Colorado was moved out to that team to his kids. What has happened with these big name players that they get dealt to another team for 2 players and then they clear waivers? Like, what? That team's not good for him?
In a year, his yearly salary higher than Tulowitzki's at this point, and 32 years old. He's obviously slowed down. He's a fine player. He's okay, but he's no longer a star player. At least he certainly has not played like a star player this year. So I'm not shocked that he cleared waivers. He just doesn't. He seems out of place to me in Colorado. I'm sure he feels out of place. It's funny. He went to Miami. Somehow got the impression he wasn't going to be traded, and he's now been traded twice. Once to Toronto, and now once to Colorado. This is a guy who lives in New York, and probably, although he's a polite fellow, probably would welcome a trade. I know that there's been some contact with the Yankees, and some teams have poked around, but I'm not sure how anxious anybody is to trade from at this moment. Certainly.
Well, it's like in the sports rules. You never sure, because I remember when it first was announced online and all that, Blue Jays have traded Jose Reyes to Colorado. It was like, what? Like, this is like real? You're not really 100% sure. But when I found out it was officially announced, I was like, what? It's like what I do every day, every Monday and Tuesday. As sure I gave you guys the latest happening in the world music headlines, and some of the headlines music headlines I've been giving you guys every Monday and Tuesday. It's like mind blowing, because I always say every day is a history lesson. You're always learning something new. Just when it comes to sports and music. my thing. It's what keeps me busy. But I'm glad this is for me to keep myself on track of everything that's happening. And also, during the top of the hour today, you guys a brand new album review with a half moon run top of the hour.
If Colorado traded him, they'd have to pay down at least half of it, and maybe they don't want to do that. I'm not sure. That may not look so great, but I think they understand the best part of their deal with Lewinsky was probably not the money saving, but was to get the prospects, including Hoffman. So I particularly think that the Blue Jays took right in that deal. I don't think it was a great deal for Colorado, and we'll see how they get out of the rest of this, because I do think that Reyes will be traded at some point over there, whether it's now or later.
Yeah, and you figure some money's going to have to exchange hands as well. What about Chase Utley?